So today I'm going to be going over my XM177E2, I believe, and a lot has changed with it since the last video. I'm pretty happy with this end result. You know, other than a paint job, you know, I've added new parts, real parts, so on and so forth. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just dive into it. So the first thing is going to be the stock. The stock was a Brownell stock. I think I bought a modern version because the one I bought had two little groove lines, and I just used a pocket knife, cut them off, sanded it flush, and it looks pretty authentic now. But yeah, pretty cool, happy with that. As you can see, there's the Castle Nut. It goes by a different name. That's like the early version Castle Nut, and so if you guys want to find it, I mean, just type in like early war XM177 Castle Nut, you'll find it. But yeah, really cool, interesting detail just adds to your gun, and it honestly fit perfectly. So as you can see right here, the Selector Switch doesn't have a line on it. I just put some putty inside and I just sort of flattened it, sanded it down, and now it just looks far more period accurate. If you guys don't know, there's a little line there. That's kind of a post-war thing, so whenever you guys get the chance, try removing them. But yeah, just a real simple, easy modification. Here's the grip. As you can tell, it has very cool color to it. It's like almost like a brownish black, very interesting. I honestly only paid around like 20 or so bucks, maybe like 25, and these things aren't incredibly expensive. They're not too rare, but I mean they are kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass to find on eBay, because eBay is extremely strict when it comes to like gun parts. But yeah, I mean, it's just a cool aesthetic, and I mean it honestly feels way better than the WeTech grips. Now if we look up here, you can see the dust cover. I replaced it with a real one, and the WeTech ones are post-war. I think they're the A2 model, and they're also the wrong color, so it's just a nice detail to have. The finish looks really great with the automotive primer that I used to spray paint the gun, so honestly looks pretty good. Problem is that you can't really close them, so that's always an issue, but I don't know, it's not really a biggie in all honesty. So the next thing is going to be the pistol grip. As you can see, it's heavily modified. I've cut it down quite a bit. Inside the grip, I put a screw, filled it with epoxy, and now it's like honestly one solid piece. And so what you guys want to do is pretty much put that screw through one of the holes on the foregrip, and just put a nut there, and it'll pretty decently not move around. It'll kind of just stick in place, if that makes sense. It's a very common modification for Recon Team New Hampshire. So overall, pretty happy with the result. And I mean, the paint job itself, just on the foregrip, looks really good, or the pistol grip, I mean. But yeah, I mean, really neat. And it was honestly a little difficult figuring out. I mean, there was no reference, there was no videos or anything. So just kind of coming up with things, you know, it's pretty difficult, but hopefully this helps you guys out. So moving over to the bayonet lug, as you can see, you know, nothing's really changed about it. I mean, I added some epoxy to flatten it out. It honestly looked like some dude cut it off like a hacksaw, which is actually the truth. But you know, I just made it look more flatter, way more, I guess, factory made or modified, I guess, but pretty cool. So here's the M1 carbine sling. It's cool. I mean, it's kind of one of those weird things where you see it in a photo and you kind of wonder, like, why did they use this compared to like any other sling? But I guess it was just to make their gear look more European, non-American, I guess. But I mean, it was used, and you don't really see too many photos with the guys with slings visually. Like a lot of them are just sort of like, what the hell is that piece of cloth, you know? But I mean, this is like the one confirmed sling that I know they had. But yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be the video, guys. The last couple I guess seconds are just gonna be me shooting it. And so yeah, hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys around.